Yeah, welcome to Thailand, where it's bloody fucking hot. Oh, it sounds hollow in here. Echo. Well, I hope you can hear me fine. So yesterday, I had like 3 clear examples of how we create our own reality, and sometimes like instant. Yeah, let me start with the best example, and then maybe the other 2 don't even need to be mentioned. But whenever you book a flight, especially with these smaller companies, they of course try to sell you a seat number, so you can determine which seat. Toyota. So you pay extra for a seat, and then you enter the plane, and all the seats are just the same. I mean, these smaller aircrafts, they're not small actually, but yeah, the front couple of rows, it's not like first class like you have in these big airplanes. No, it's just, seats with I think 2 centimeter, that like this much more leg space. Like so, a long time ago, I figured out these smaller companies, when you enter the plane and like the front row seats are still open, they would happily sell you a seat for like a small extra amount. It's just extra. So I did that a couple of times because there were like 3 seats all to me, all to myself. I could lay down, relax. But this time, before I entered the airplane, before I boarded, I was a little late actually. So I arrived and I said, yeah, I was a little late. I was waiting in gate 6. I didn't know this was like 6A, and then they also changed it to 6C, and they didn't care, just boarding time. Everybody in the airplane already, so it's just waiting for a bus to pick us up. So there was 2 couples. I think they were Russian. Also a little late, and it's funny. Normally this street is like empty, no one driving here, and now I'm recording, and but I'm fine. So the bus picked us up, brought us to the airplane. Pretty much everybody was seated already, so I didn't have to wait, just walk on by. Yeah, it's really hot in Thailand. It's like 35 degrees, and the sun is now reaching my balcony. It's a nice place. It was one of the cheapest I could find, and this was close to this ocean. I will show you the ocean tomorrow. And right now I'm too tired. I was there in the morning, and I was like, okay, so I walked up. I had like aisle 37. Yeah, I think it was 37. And there was a guy sitting in the middle. And I said, um, this is my seat, and I even offered him, like, do you want to sit with the window, or do you want to sit on the side? And he was like, oh, my device is getting hot. Well, I guess it will be fine. So he stood up and he walked away. So it was apparently not his seat, but he wanted to have all 3 seats for himself. He thought everybody had boarded already. So I had 3 seats for myself. So here comes the manifesting part, how we create our own reality. And when I was sitting in the bus, I was thinking, it would be so nice to have like 3 seats to my own, or no one sitting next to me. Because, you know, there's not a lot of leg space in these smaller airplanes, and it's 4-hour flight, so I want to, you know, at least be able to stretch my legs. And there it was, you know, 3 seats all to me. It was a long flight. I don't know, 4 hours. It felt like almost 6 hours. I could sleep a little. And yeah. Okay, so what was the other manifesting? The day before, I was already packing my bag, and my suitcase. I bought this plastic hand luggage suitcase, like small. And I remember suddenly, when I wanted to close the suitcase, I remembered that when I entered my room for the first time, opened the suitcase, put it there, I noticed that the zippers were not functioning well because of the seawater. We had traveled by boat a couple of times, I think, or maybe 2 times. And you know, when these zippers get wet with the sand, salt, I already knew I had to clean it back then, and it was months ago. So months ago, I already manifested something wrong with the zipper. I should have looked into it at the moment. I didn't, and now I wanted to close my suitcase, and all 3 zippers were not functioning. Like, so I said, okay, at least, and there's like a saint. When you lose something, when you cannot find something, you can always ask this saint. At the moment, I forgot his name. Sorry, it's Dutch. You can ask the saint, and then he will show you where it is. And now I ask this saint, please let at least one of these zippers close so the suitcase doesn't stay open. I mean, there's like an extra zipper, so you can adjust the volume of the suitcase. And yeah, it was like fully open. I couldn't get the other one done, but at least one zipper was working. So the suitcase closed. But yeah, I already manifested that not functioning months ago. I don't know the third one. I'm too tired. I'm really too tired. I didn't sleep. Well, I slept a little, but it's so hot. I was so tired. I've been preparing for this for a long time. Yeah, the third one I remember now. I already knew that in Thailand, Bolt, the company BOLT, is a lot cheaper than Grab, GRAB. I had to install the app, but no, I felt like just go outside and there's some taxi driver and you will just, be able to get a good price from this taxi driver. And yeah, so I just walked outside because I wanted to smoke. And immediately this guy came up to me, yeah, taxi. So I asked him, how much? And he said, where to? And I showed him. And he said, he pointed out on the list like 400. And I was like, no. And he immediately knew that I was going to haggle. So he said, how much? I said, 200. He said, okay, let's make it 3. I felt like that's a lot of money. Not that I care, but I like to play this game sometimes. So my mind was like, yeah, that's a lot. So I went inside again after my smoke. Installed the Bolt app, which was taking forever because the Wi-Fi on the Phuket airport is horrible. It took forever to install, and when I installed it, the cheapest cab ride was, you can already say, guess, it was 300 baht. So the price was actually the same. So I went outside again, and the guy, and he brought me to this girl at the line, where I need to pay, and I paid, and taxi driver came, and I was brought here, and everything was fine. But I remember when I was booking, they said shuttle service, airport pickup. But I forgot to text them, so I texted them before I took off in Bali. But I had to wait until we landed to get a response. And then when I arrived here in Phuket, they messaged me like, yeah, just take a Grab. It's 200. No, it's not. So I told them here, and they were really friendly, and I said I need some food, and they explained, yeah, there's a restaurant next door. Can I pay with card? No. Do you have money? No. But I have rupiah. Oh, we can exchange rupiah